From the day they could hold pencils, Amanda and Sophia had been side by side. They grew up on the same quiet street in a busy Nigerian city. Their houses were so close that Amanda could shout from her window and Sophia would answer from hers. They walked to primary school together, shared snacks at break time, and raced to see who would finish homework first. "Done," Amanda would say, dropping her pencil with a smile. "Me too," Sophia would reply, lifting her book in the air. "Check the last question. I think I got it before you." Sometimes Amanda got higher marks, sometimes Sophia did. But every time they laughed, teased each other, and tried again. "You're lucky I'm your friend," Amanda would joke. "I push your brain to work harder." Sophia would roll her eyes. "Please, if not for me, you would still be using your fingers to count." They loved each other, but they also loved to prove who was better. When it was time for secondary school, everyone on their street was watching to see where the two smart girls would go. One hot afternoon, the letters finally came. Amanda's letter arrived first. She tore it open on the front step, her heart beating fast. "Sunrise College," she read aloud, eyes wide. "I got into Sunrise College." Sunrise College was one of the biggest and most popular high schools in the state. It had wide green fields, a giant library, and a debate club that had won many trophies. Sophia smiled and hugged her. "I knew it, my best friend's Sunrise superstar." A few days later, Sophia's letter came. Her parents called Amanda's family over so they could all hear it together. Sophia opened the envelope with shaking hands. "Royal Heights High School," she whispered, then read louder. "I got into Royal Heights." Royal Heights was the other giant school in the state. They were famous for science fairs, music competitions, and a very strong debate team. Amanda blinked. "So, you're going to Royal Heights, and I'm going to Sunrise." Their mothers looked at each other. "Well," Amanda's mother said, smiling, "it looks like the state is not ready for both of you in one school." Their fathers laughed. The girls tried to laugh too, but their smiles were a little shaky. Everything was about to change. The first term in secondary school felt like stepping into a new world. At Sunrise College, Amanda wore a crisp blue and white uniform. The school gates were tall. The assembly ground was always full. Teachers walked around with files in their hands, and seniors hurried past, talking about WAEC and university. Amanda joined the debate club as soon as she could. The club met in a large classroom after school. Posters of past competitions hung on the walls. There were pictures of students holding shiny trophies and smiling at cameras. "We are the pride of Sunrise," the debate coach, Mr. Bello, said on the first day. "If you are here, you must be ready to work hard and think deeply. This club is not for lazy minds." At Royal Heights, Sophia wore a green and gold uniform. Their school also had tall gates and a big assembly ground. Teachers called students by their surnames and expected them to stand straight and speak clearly. Sophia joined the Royal Heights Debate Society. Their coach was Mrs. Okafor, a small woman with sharp eyes and a calm voice. "Words are your tools," she told them. "You must learn how to use them with care and power." Every evening, after prep and homework, the girls would still find time to talk over the phone. "So," Amanda said one night, lying on her bed and staring at the ceiling, "our debate club is very serious. Mr. Bello said we'll bring back the state trophy this year." Sophia laughed. "Sorry to break your heart, but Royal Heights is taking that trophy. Our debate team is the best." "Your school doesn't even have a proper school anthem," Amanda said, pretending to sound proud. "Sunrise is on another level." "At least our classroom fans work," Sophia shot back. "You people at Sunrise are still fanning yourselves with exercise books." They both burst into laughter. It was teasing, but under the jokes, something else was growing. A quiet, gentle competition. The big news came in the middle of the second term. One Monday morning, the principal of Sunrise College stood on the stage during assembly, holding a microphone. "Students," he began, "the state government has announced a high school debate competition. Every top school in the state will be there. This is a chance to show what Sunrise College is made of." The students cheered. The same morning at Royal Heights, the principal made a similar announcement. "This competition," he said, "is not just about speaking. It is about thinking, planning, and working as a team. I expect the best from Royal Heights." When Amanda called Sophia that evening, their voices were full of energy. "Did you hear?" Amanda asked. "The state debate competition." "Yes," Sophia said. "Our principal spoke about it. I knew you would call." "We're going to win," Amanda said quickly. "Correction," Sophia replied. "We are going to win. Royal Heights, not Sunrise." They both fell silent for a moment. For the first time, it felt real. They might end up standing on opposite sides of the same stage. Both girls tried out for their school debate team. At Sunrise, many students lined up in front of the debate club room. Mr. Bello gave each person a topic and 2 minutes to prepare. "Amanda," he said when it was her turn, "your topic is, homework is more important than holidays. You have 2 minutes, then you will speak for 3 minutes. Go." Amanda's heart raced, but she took a deep breath. She scribbled a short outline on a sheet of paper. Points, examples, a quick joke to make people laugh. When her time was up, she walked to the front. "Good afternoon," she began. Her voice shook a little at first, but then grew stronger. "Many students think holidays are more fun than homework. Of course, we all enjoy rest, but homework builds our brains the way exercise builds our muscles." She spoke clearly and looked around the room. When she finished, the other students clapped. Mr. Bello cleared his throat, hiding a small smile. "At least one person here is ready for the competition," he said. At Royal Heights, the process was just as tough. "Sophia," said Mrs. Okafor, "you will speak against this topic. Social media does more harm than good. You have 2 minutes to prepare, then 3 minutes to speak." Sophia's hands were cold. She had always loved reading and writing, but speaking in front of people still made her stomach twist. She forced herself to breathe slowly as she wrote down a plan. When she walked to the front of the room, her legs felt heavy. "Good afternoon," she said softly. "Many people blame social media for problems in our world, but it also gives us a voice." As she continued, her voice grew firmer. She gave examples. Students nodded. One boy at the back whispered, "She's good." When she finished, the room was quiet for a short moment, then filled with applause. "Calm, clear and strong," Mrs. Okafor said. "You are on the team." Both girls made it. They should have been celebrating together. Instead, something tight and nervous started to grow between them. The rounds of the competition began. Every Saturday, different schools gathered in a large hall at the state secretariat. Banners hung from the walls. Judges sat at a long table in front. Students from many schools filled the seats, whispering and clapping and waving banners in school colours. In the first round, Sunrise College faced a smaller school from the edge of town. The topic was, "Boarding school is better than day school." Amanda's team was for the motion. She spoke second. Her heart beat fast as she walked to the podium, but she remembered her coach's words. "Stand tall. Look at the judges. Believe your words." "Honourable judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters and audience," she began. "I rise to support the motion that boarding school is better than day school." She shared stories of students learning independence, working together, and using their time well. She added a little humour that made the audience laugh. When she sat down, her teammates squeezed her hand. Sunrise won. At Royal Heights, Sophia's team faced their own first challenge. Their topic was, exams should be replaced with continuous assessment only. Sophia spoke for the motion. Her voice was calm, but her words were sharp. If exams are like sudden storms, she said, continuous assessment is like gentle rain. It comes slowly and helps students grow over time. Her simple, clear sentences reached everyone in the hall. When the judges announced the scores, Royal Heights was far ahead. As the weeks went by, both schools kept winning. Sunrise beat schools from across the state. Royal Heights did the same. People began to talk. "Have you heard?" a teacher whispered in the staff room. "If Sunrise and Royal Heights win their semi-finals, they will meet in the final." "Those two girls," another teacher said. "What are their names? Amanda and Sophia? I heard they used to go to the same primary school." "Yes," someone else replied. "Best friends, imagine them facing each other." The story spread. At first, Amanda and Sophia still called each other after every round. "We won," Amanda would say, breathless. "Two judges even said my points were brilliant." "Nice," Sophia replied. "We won too. Our coach said I was the backbone of our team." "Backbone key," Amanda laughed. "Don't worry, Sunrise will still break that backbone in the final." "Try it now," Sophia answered, laughing too. But after the call ended, she sat on her bed, staring at the wall. What if Amanda was right? What if she lost to her best friend? Before long, their calls became shorter. Some nights, Amanda stared at her phone, wanting to call Sophia, but not knowing what to say. What if she thinks I'm just trying to show off? Amanda wondered. At the same time, Sophia held her phone in her hand and sighed. What if she thinks I'm scared? The gap between them slowly widened. Then came the semi-finals. Sunrise faced a strong city school. The topic was, students should wear the same hairstyle in school. Amanda's team argued against the motion. The other school was loud and dramatic, but Amanda's answers were calm and logical. Her final speech was so clear that even the students at the back stopped talking and listened. At the end, Sunrise won by only 3 points. That same day, Royal Heights met a famous private school. Their topic was, sports are just as important as academics. Sophia spoke last for her team, and her closing speech moved even the strict judges. "When we run, jump and play sports," she said, "we train our hearts to be brave. A brave heart helps us face exams, problems and life. So how can we say sports are not important?" Royal Heights also won by just 2 points. The next morning, the State Education Board posted the news online. Final match, Sunrise College versus Royal Heights High School. Underneath, someone had commented, "The best friends versus the best schools. This will be interesting." Amanda saw the post. Sophia saw it too. That evening, they finally called each other at the same time. "Oh," Amanda said when the call connected. "You called me?" "Yeah," Sophia said. "I was just—" They both laughed, then fell quiet. "So," Amanda said carefully, "I guess we are meeting in the final." "Yes," Sophia replied. "Royal Heights versus Sunrise." "For the record," Amanda added, trying to sound light. "Don't cry too much when we win. I'll still be your friend." Sophia's heart pinched a little. "Who said we are the ones who will lose? Maybe you should start practicing your congratulations, Sophia speech." Amanda laughed, but it felt sharp. "We'll see." "We will," Sophia replied. When they ended the call, both girls felt worse, not better. The week before the final felt heavy. At Sunrise, Mr. Bello doubled their practice time. "The whole state will be watching," he said. "This is not just any competition. It is Sunrise's chance to show everyone we are number one. Amanda, you will be our main speaker. You must be ready for anything. At Royal Heights, it was the same. This final, said Mrs. Okafor, may be the hardest one yet. People already expect Sunrise to win. Let them expect. Our job is to surprise them. Sophia, you are our strongest speaker. You must believe that. Both girls were given piles of books and articles to read. They practiced late every day. They stood at podiums, argued cases, and answered tough questions from their coaches. One afternoon, after a long practice, Amanda sat alone in the empty classroom. Her throat hurt. Her brain felt like mush. What if I forget my points? She thought. What if I freeze? What if Sophia is better than me? She imagined Sophia's calm face, her clear voice. For the first time, a small voice inside Amanda whispered, "What if you lose?" Her chest felt tight. At that same moment, Sophia was in her room, reading through her notes again. She could hear her younger brother watching cartoons in the living room. She could hear the generator humming outside. Her mother knocked and entered. "How are you?" "I'm fine," Sophia said, but her eyes were red from reading. Her mother sat beside her. "You're worried about the final, aren't you?" Sophia hesitated. "It's not just the final, it's... Amanda." Her mother waited. "It feels like this debate is choosing between my school and my friend," Sophia said quietly. "I want to win. I want my school to be proud of me. But when I imagine beating her, I feel bad. And when I imagine losing to her, I also feel bad." Her mother smiled gently. "Sophia, listen. You and Amanda are both smart and hard-working. You will both step on that stage and do your best. The judges will choose a winner, yes, but the competition is just one day. Your friendship is many years." "What if she doesn't see it that way?" Sophia asked. "Then you must remind her," her mother said. "But you cannot decide the result with fear. You prepare, you go, you speak your best. That is all any person can do." At last, the day of the final arrived. The State Hall was bigger than any they had debated in before. A large banner hung above the stage. State High School Debate Final, Sunrise College versus Royal Heights High School. Students filled the seats, Sunrise students in blue and white on one side, Royal Heights students in green and gold on the other. Teachers and parents sat in the middle. Camera crews from the local TV station set up their tripods. Backstage, Amanda adjusted her tie with shaking hands. She could hear the buzz of voices from the hall. Mr. Bello put a hand on her shoulder. "Remember, Amanda, you have worked for this. You are ready." She nodded, but her mouth was dry. In another room, Sophia took deep breaths. Her coach, Mrs. Okafor, stepped close. "You do not need to be the loudest voice," she said. "You just need to be the clearest. Speak from your mind and your heart. That is your strength." Sophia nodded. The chief judge walked onto the stage and took the microphone. "Good afternoon, students, teachers, and guests," he said. "Welcome to the final of this year's State High School Debate Competition. Today's topic is..." The hall went quiet. "Competition between friends does more harm than good." There was a soft murmur in the crowd. Amanda felt her heart jump. She glanced at Sophia, who was sitting with her team on the other side of the stage. Their eyes met for a split second. Of all the topics in the world, Amanda thought. Is this a joke? Sophia wondered. Sunrise was picked to oppose the motion, to argue that competition between friends does not do more harm than good. Royal Heights would support the motion, to say that competition between friends does cause more harm than good. The judges rang the bell. The debate began. The first speakers from each school did well. They defined competition and friendship. They gave general examples. The audience listened, clapped, and shouted softly when a point hit hard. Then it was Sophia's turn as the second speaker for Royal Heights. She stood up slowly, feeling every pair of eyes on her. "Honourable judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience," she began, her voice steady. "I stand here to support the motion that competition between friends does more harm than good." She paused, then continued. "On paper, competition sounds harmless. Two friends try to do their best, but in real life, it can twist their hearts. When friends compare marks, trophies, or praise, small seeds of jealousy can grow. They begin to measure their value not by who they are, but by who is better." Her words felt strangely close to her own life. She did not mention Amanda's name, but she spoke about friends who stopped calling each other before a big exam. Friends who laughed on the outside but felt fear on the inside. Friends who slowly became strangers because they couldn't handle losing to each other. As she finished, the hall was very quiet. One of the judges nodded slowly. Amanda swallowed hard. Many of Sophia's words felt like they were about the two of them. Tears pricked the back of her eyes, but she pushed them away. When the bell rang for her turn, she stood up. "Honourable judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my audience," she said. "I stand to oppose this motion. I believe competition between friends does not do more harm than good." She took a breath. "My learned opponent has spoken about jealousy and fear. Yes, these things can happen, but the problem is not the competition itself. The problem is when friends forget what really matters." She walked slowly, turning to face the audience. "Think of two friends running side by side," she said. "They both run faster because they are together. If one wins, that does not mean the other is a failure. It means they both became stronger. Good competition pushes friends to read one more chapter, solve one more math problem, try one more time. They pull each other up, not down." Her eyes moved towards Sophia again before she looked away. "And when real friends lose to each other," she added softly, "they feel sad, yes, but they also feel proud, because they know the winner is someone they love and respect." Some students in the audience nodded, others whispered. Teachers watched with interest. The debate grew more intense. In the rebuttal round, Amanda had a chance to attack Sophia's points directly. She could have twisted Sophia's words or made her look weak, but each time the chance came, she chose her words carefully. "The second speaker from the opposing side," she said once, "gave a strong example of how friends can drift apart. But I say again, that is not because of competition. It is because they allowed fear to be bigger than their friendship." Sophia, on her side, also refused to make things ugly. "The speaker from Sunrise," she said, "spoke about friends making each other better. I do not deny that. But when competition becomes the center of the friendship, when winning becomes more important than caring, that is when harm begins. They fought with ideas, not with anger." The final bells rang. The hall buzzed as the judges collected their notes. Both girls sat down, hands shaking. "Did I do enough?" Amanda wondered. "Was I clear?" Sophia asked herself. The chief judge returned to the microphone. The hall slowly went silent. "First," he said, "I must say this has been one of the best student debates we have seen in this state. Both schools showed deep thinking, clear speaking, and strong teamwork." The students clapped. He continued. "Now, for the results. The winning school with a total of 267 points is—" Amanda closed her eyes. Sophia gripped the edge of her chair. "Royal Heights High School." The green and gold side of the hall exploded in shouts. Students jumped to their feet, waving their banners. Teachers hugged each other. Someone started a song. Sophia just sat very still. We won! Her team pulled her up, cheering and hugging her. She smiled, but her eyes quickly searched the other side of the stage. The judge raised his hand again. Also, he said, the award for Best Speaker of the competition goes to… The hall went quiet once more. Sophia Okafor from Royal Heights High School. The hall roared again. Sophia felt her knees go weak. Mrs. Okafor hugged her tightly. You did it, her coach whispered. Sophia walked shakily to the front to collect her medal and certificate. The judges shook her hand. Flash cameras went off. Students shouted her name. But as soon as she stepped off the stage, her smile faded. On the other side, Amanda's teammates were trying to comfort her. You were amazing, one boy said. The judges were just… I don't know. You made us proud, another girl told her. But Amanda's eyes were bright with tears. She had never lost a big competition before, and now she had lost to her best friend. It felt like someone had taken a piece of her heart and squeezed it. I need some air, she whispered, pulling away from them. She slipped out of a side door and walked into the quiet corridor. Her steps echoed on the tiled floor. Finally, she leaned against a wall and slid down until she was sitting on the ground. A single tear rolled down her cheek. I worked so hard, she said softly to herself. I wanted to win, for my school, for my parents, for me. She wiped her face angrily. And now, Best Speaker is Sophia. She hated herself for thinking it. She loved Sophia. But at that moment her chest was full of pain and confusion. A few minutes later, Sophia escaped from the crowd looking for her. She checked the main hall. No Amanda. She checked backstage. No Amanda. Finally, she turned a corner and saw her friend sitting on the floor, hugging her knees. Amanda, Sophia said gently. Amanda looked up quickly and rubbed her eyes. Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be out there, Best Speaker of the whole world? Sophia winced at the sharp edge in her voice. She walked closer and sat down beside her. The medal feels heavy, Sophia said quietly. Not just on my neck, in my heart. Amanda snorted. Please don't start acting humble. I'm not acting, Sophia replied. This is not how I imagined it. They were silent for a while. Somewhere outside they could hear students still shouting and singing school songs. You were really good, Sophia said at last. When you spoke about friends running side by side, I almost forgot I was your opponent. Amanda swallowed. You were good too. The way you described jealousy, it felt like you were talking about us. Maybe I was, Sophia admitted. Amanda hugged her knees tighter. I wanted to beat you, she said in a small voice. Not because I hate you, just to prove I could. Sophia smiled sadly. I wanted to beat you too. I was scared of losing to you. I thought if I lost, everyone would think I'm just the less smart friend. Amanda turned to look at her. That's not true. And it's not true that losing makes you less smart either, Sophia said. You know that, right? Amanda didn't answer for a moment. I know it in my head, she said slowly. But my heart is still catching up. Sophia nodded. My mum told me something this week, she said. She said the competition is one day. Our friendship is many years. I didn't really feel it until now. Amanda stared at the medal around Sophia's neck. Do you feel happy? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Yes, Sophia said honestly. I feel happy, but I also feel sad because my happiness came with your sadness, and I don't want to lose you over a trophy. Amanda's eyes filled again. I don't want to lose you either, she said. It just hurts. I know, Sophia replied. It's okay to hurt. You worked hard. You're allowed to feel sad. They sat there, side by side, saying nothing for a while. The silence was not heavy this time, it was gentle. Finally, Amanda sighed. "So, you are the state best speaker." "And you," Sophia said, nudging her shoulder, "are still the best friend who pushed me to become this brave. If I didn't have you as my secret rival, I might have given up long ago." Amanda let out a small laugh. "So I trained my own enemy." "Not enemy," Sophia corrected. "Partner, we just wore different uniforms today." Amanda thought about that. "Partner," she repeated. "I like that." She wiped her face one more time and stood up. Sophia stood with her. "Congratulations," Amanda said, looking her friend in the eye at last. "For real this time." "Thank you," Sophia answered, "and thank you for making me fight for it." Amanda smiled. It was still a little shaky, but it was real. "So," Sophia asked, "friends?" "Of course," Amanda said. "Next year we meet again, maybe in another debate, maybe on the same side this time." "Maybe," Sophia said. "Or maybe we'll start our own debate club together one day and train other friends to argue without hating each other." Amanda laughed. "We'll call it the Friendly Debate Academy." "That is a terrible name," Sophia replied, laughing too. "We definitely need to work on that." They walked back toward the hall together. As they pushed open the door, the noise of singing and cheering washed over them. Sunrise students saw Amanda and clapped for her. Royal Heights students called Sophia's name again. The two girls shared one last quick look. They were still in different uniforms. Their schools would still argue about whose trophy shelf was bigger. People would still say, "Sophia is the champion and Amanda was the runner-up." But inside, something important had changed. They now knew that winning was sweet, but it could never be sweeter than the years of friendship they had built together. The high school debate was over. Their friendship was just entering a new chapter. Thank you so much for watching this heartwarming story of friendship, growth, and courage. Amanda and Sophia's journey reminds us that winning is great, but supporting the people we care about will always matter more. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more inspiring tales like this, please don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who would love it, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories every day. Your support means everything.